Good evening. Welcome to Origins. I'm Chance Breckenridge. Tonight, we focus on the origin of Mod 27. What is Mod 27? Where is Mod 27? How is Mod 27? We searched for those answers, and what we found was even more baffling than we anticipated. What's your name?
I beg your pardon.
For the show, what's your name?
Dr. George Shavendish III of the Baskervilles, Esquire,
Okay,
Ph.D.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Ready for what?
Where did Mod 27 come from?
Oh, right. Well, let us see. To tell the story of Mod 27, one must consider places and times that are beyond our imaginings, other realms, dimensions, infinite space. To tell you the end, we must go back to the beginning. Consider, if you will, New Mexico, Roswell, New Mexico, the year 1947.
Hold on a second. There we go. Thanks.
Okay, please, go ahead.
Well, my name is Dave Hyland. I'm the producing artistic director for the Take Heat Theater Company, and I'm also the co-executive producer for Mod 27.
Can you explain and tell us the origin of Mod 27?
Yeah, actually, it's a pretty good story. It's pretty simple, though. A bunch of us began rehearsing.
You know, it all started with two young boys and a dream. I know everybody's young and everybody has a dream. I love water. I love boogie boarding. I wanted to be a boogie boarder, but I let that get away from me.
So what I heard that happened was, you know, there's this old abandoned circus near the edge of the town, right? With, you know, torn up walls, papers everywhere, pipes leaking still, some walls caved in and stuff. And these college students, they always go down there to drink and smoke and party, you know, after classes and stuff.
Jane Livingston, National Geographic. In my research, I discovered a band of elite primate scientists who, under the moniker Mod 27, traveled to the rainforest of Brazil to study and help the tufted Capuchins.
Yes.
You okay?
Pickles, no onion.
What?
What?
Huh?
What? Oh, yes. Mod 27.
Passagarde, Iran. Sound familiar? No? Yeah, they wouldn't want you to know about that. Not today. Nobody still remembers the small, inoffensive desert town.
No, they worked tirelessly to realize their dream. They saw what was happening elsewhere in New York and Chicago and Los Angeles, and they thought to themselves, why can't we have that right here in West Palm Beach, Florida?
Ah, I remember. I remember not much, but this I do recall. It was 1922.
Something landed that night. Something not of this earth. A creature. Let's call him it Gary. Gary, the space creature, pulled himself from the fiery wreckage.
What?
So one day these drama students, they, you know, skipped class and went down there, you know, snuck in some absinthe.
4 or 5 young, strapping actors wanted to start a troupe of sorts, a troupe of performers. They called it Mod 1. A name for which the acronym has been lost through time.
You know we're talking about Thomas and David, correct? because they're not young anymore. Oh, these two young boys, that was a joke. I don't know if you recognize humor, but you will. These two young boys, they opened up the area's first modeling agency, Mod27. And do you know, because not everybody knows this, but do you know that the two first models that they signed were themselves? What pluck?
These particular monkeys had stolen alcohol from the local cities and developed a drinking problem. They were destroying the habitats around them. That's when Mod27 came to the rescue. When they arrived, there was 27 tufted capuchins fighting with each other. Mod27 tried everything to grab their attention. Singing, dancing, plate tossing. But after trying everything, they had to improvise.
Sir? Sir?
Yes. Oh, yes. Mod27. Back then, there was a tournament of sorts that our boys entered. Losers got killed by a firing squad. And our boys, they weren't too good. Thus marked the end of Mod 1, and Mod 2, and Mod 3.
For just outside this town lies the tomb of perhaps the greatest ruler that ever sat upon a throne of Eurasia. A ruler so great that Alexander of Macedonia himself came to pay his respects. A man who would go on to found the Persian Empire.
What?
Thousands of years have passed since his burial, and yet the inscription upon his tomb is still a mystery.
Come on!
On this particular day, a bunch of unemployed circus freaks were roaming the city streets, and they wanted to relive their days at the big top.
What is this?
The government came to New Mexico that day and collected every piece of alien debris they could find. Once collected, they shipped it off to some top secret hidden facility in the government.
Can you stop this?
Fast forward, sometime in the latter part of the 20th century, we find David Hyland of Ohio on a field trip with his university astronomy class to a now defunct U.S. government facility. You see, the U.S. government is short on cash, and they needed to open their space facilities to tourists to drum up funds. However, on this fateful day, Dave would literally run into a young Tommy O'Donnell, who was also at this facility on a class field trip, albeit one with his elementary school.
I've never been to New Mexico.
So there they were, face to face with these drunk, crazy circus freaks. Then someone threw a bottle at the clown, and then the clown threw one back, and then there were punches, and then feet, and then hands, and then beards, and stumps, and hooks, and whips. And then the big guy came out, and he grabs the shorty by the neck, and he lifts him up, and he's about to scream in his face when... What was the question again?
May I please have a sip of water? That's fine. Thomas and David worked tirelessly, sending out resumes and headshots everywhere to the biggest fashion houses in South Florida. Bell's, Sears, Bell's Outlet, you name it, and they pitched them. And they got some very nice responses. Thank you for your inquiry. We don't have any positions available at this time. And we received your submission and we'll put your photos on file. Oh, and this is the one that really stuck with them, was that we thank you very much for your photos. We have seasonal positions available at this time, and you are strong candidates for our North Pole display. These were the words that kept that dream alive.
No.
So Thomas and David, would sit by the phone, and while they were waiting to hear back from all of these people, they would do these little comedy bits with one another to fill the hours and hours and hours that they were waiting.
The monkeys started paying attention and realized that this is what happens when you drink too much alcohol. Having this unattended breakthrough, they were able to proceed with their alcohol recovery treatment. The actors realized their calling was to do improvised theater in order to cure not only animals, but humans as well.
Some say the inscription reads, King of the Four Corners of the World. Some thinks it reads, Make America Great Again. But some, more credible sources, think it says something else entirely.
Mod27, also known as Monkeys Over Doctors, went back to the States where they pursued their comedy.
In whispered tones, in dark libraries, in monasteries, by candlelight, you can still hear them experts reading Mod27.
I think they're still waiting to hear back from some people, but don't you worry, because if and when that telephone rings, they will continue to bring you and us laughter and fashion.
I hate everybody.
Aliens.
Carnies.
Modeling.
Monkeys.
9/11.
This is ridiculous. It's actually really simple. We just started rehearsing.
Sorry to cut you off, but we're out of time. Can we pick this up later? Next time on Origins, we talk with a co-founder and executive producer of Mod27, and we go even deeper. For Origins, I'm Chance Breckenridge. Good night.
Six and seven weren't too good. It was a rough couple of years, but it wasn't until Mod 18 that we had our first woman improviser, by God. Ooh, new. Controversial at the time, but she had this idea that instead of killing the bad improvisers, what if we taught them not to suck? Yes. She was burned at the stake.